what are you doing creeping about round here? Let me guess. You're lost, right?
I'm just passing by.
Then I'd just keep on doing that if I were you. I don't know you. Make sure I don't need to get to know you.
Have you had problems with the Don's men?
Of course. They're just waiting for the chance to snatch the town back from the Order. Take a look at that guy skulking across the street. Goes by the name of Tony. Isn't the sharpest tool in the box. He's been hanging around for days. Thinks I haven't noticed. He's scoping the place out, waiting for a chance to break in. Someone needs to curb his curiosity, but I can't leave my post.
I've heard you're holding a treasure seeker prisoner.
That's right, and he's staying here. Unless the bastard talks, of course.
About this treasure seeker. What is he accused of?
He isn't a treasure seeker. He's a treasure stealer. And he's gonna stay locked up until what he nicked turns up. Until Carrasco has 3 artifacts, 3 golden bowls in his hands, then this thief isn't going anywhere.
Isn't there a way you can forget all this and let him go?
Are you trying to bribe me? Until Carrasco tells me differently, no one is going in there. And Ulf isn't setting foot outside until I know what's happened to these 3 bowls he got his hands on.
I'll sort Tony out.
That would be appreciated. He isn't a pretty sight to look at all day, although I would be interested to know what he's after.
I've heard the Don left a few possessions in this house when he fled town.
Oh yes? Such as?
Apparently he hid a golden amulet here.
We searched this place from top to bottom and found nothing. A gold amulet is the kind of thing you'd notice. Where did you hear that, eh? That shifty bastard Tony? Don't listen to that lunatic.
I think I can find the Don's amulet.
Oh, really?
Yes. And if Tony fails to get hold of it, he'll have to disappear from town.
And you think the amulet has to be in this house? But we've searched it.
But what if you missed it?
You think your eyes are better than ours, huh? Well, go on then. Step inside. Let's put them to the test.
What is it? That wasn't it. Damn. That wasn't it. Did it? This text is about magic spells. This lock is too difficult. Well, you're not a member of the Inquisition, and you don't look like a fighter.
I'm not. I'm a treasure seeker. Ruins searched, tombs emptied, valuables recovered, pockets lined. When I'm not being held prisoner, that is.
What did you do to get locked up?
The Inquisition wanted me and my brothers to work for them. We're independent operators. Picking sides is bad for business. Then they got wind we'd dug up these 3 golden bowls, and they want them. They're obsessed with artifacts. They can lock me up for as long as they like, but I'm not telling them a thing about those bowls, unless they pay me a decent price.
How much do you want for these golden bowls?
Want to join the queue, do you? Well, at least you're talking price. That's more than they are. Give me 200 gold and I'll tell you where I hid mine. Deal?
You're a treasure seeker. Any good?
My brothers and I are the best.
You're one of the triplets. You always work together.
3 heads are better than 1. And 3 sets of arms when it comes to shoveling. We know our craft. Not like the amateurs that filled the ruins with now. We came a long way to end up on this island. And now we're stuck here.
Who do you triplets work for?
We're free agents. We work for whoever pays the most. Pay us, we'll deliver.
Treasure seeking is just digging, isn't it?
You think? There's skill to it. That's why we're paid. Skill and danger. We've sailed the most dangerous seas and gone where fighters fear to tread.
What kind of job are you looking for?
We're not fussy. At least not while we're stuck here, we're not. If you have a job for us, then don't stay silent. Although, you'll have to help us get out of town first. I definitely can't help you if I'm locked up. You need me? You'll have to convince Hernandez to let me go.
How do I convince Hernandez to let you go?
Well, you know why they're holding me. They want the 3 bowls.
So?
Get those 3 bowls out of circulation, I'm suddenly less interesting. Find them. Make them disappear.
I'll get you out of town.
You sound like you take pride in your work. I like that. Well, if you're up for it, you'll have to deal with the guard at the entrance. I doubt I'll get out of here unless you can persuade Hernandez to free me.
Shouldn't your brothers know what we're planning?
Yes. Tell them to come to our meeting point. They'll know where I mean.
Can you teach me anything?
I can show you how to prospect for ore with a pickaxe.
I thought you were a treasure seeker.
Hacking into a hidden wall or prospecting for ore, it's all the same. Only ore's much less interesting than treasure.
Show me how to prospect. Show me how to prospect.
First, you have to be able to tell where ore can be found. You can't just go swinging at any old rock.
How do I recognize ore deposits?
The stone glitters, and the structure of the rock is different. Often you can see ore bubbles. They hang on the rock like pimples. When you find a good rock, take the pick in both hands and swing straight. That's very important. The point has to hit the deposit square on, or the rock will splinter, then it's worthless. Don't expect to be as good as I am from the off. It takes practice. But put in the time and you can make decent coin from prospecting.
Okay, I'll tell them to go there.
Great. I bet they're drinking themselves into a stupor in the Gutters Tavern or on the Harbour Quay.
How can I take these bowls out of circulation?
Well, if you can get your hands on them, you can sell them to someone who can get them out of town.
What if the Inquisition get to them first?
Then it's up to you to handle it. The bowls just need to vanish from town.
Look, just tell me where this golden bowl is hidden, or you'll rot here.
That knowledge is valuable. No payment, no information.
I thought you wanted out of here.
I'm not going to sell myself short to get out. No point in being free without a future, is there?
I could use your help. There's a large temple on the east of the island. It's still sealed. The Inquisition can't have found it yet.
That sounds promising. Temples almost always equal treasure, especially on this island. What does the entrance look like?
The entrance is blocked. It looks like it's collapsed.
Ah, that's no problem. Show us where the temple is, and we'll open it up. But we're going to have to get free of this place to do it.
Did you hide your artifact in the lighthouse?
What? You found it? Guess I'm a much better treasure seeker than a treasure hider, eh? Well, you find it, it's yours. Fair's fair.
Too risky. Here. Is this the Don's amulet?
Hey, you found it. I have to say, I doubted you. Thought you were another collaborator. But not anymore. You've done us both a favor. I'll make sure you're rewarded.
What will you do now?
I'm staying put. I need to think. And I need to watch Hernandez.
Have fun. Who is your leader here in the town?
We have an old storeroom in the rear of Sonia's brothel. You'll find him there.
Good.
Down will be taken alive. They say.
I'd return to the mainland. Something is still there.
Too risky. I spoke to Rodriguez. He thinks you're behind the break-ins.
He's trying to frame me. He hates me. Always has for some reason.
Rodriguez thinks you're using a spy to check out potential houses.
Does he?
Do you? Have a spy?
What do you think?
Who is it?
No, of course I don't. Why would I? But if you find a spy, talk to me before you talk to Rodriguez. Maybe no one needs to get in trouble.
I'm sure you've got things to do.
You there. Get yourself up to the guardhouse. The Commandant wants to talk to you.
Too risky. I heard you had a break-in. What was stolen?
A ring. A valuable one. I received it from Commandant Carlos personally, in return for a map of the island.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
A few people. Mo from the slaughterhouse brought me a delivery of meat.
Anyone else?
The labourer Doyle sold me fish. And Pavel, one of Flavio's men, he sold me a couple of wolf pelts.
I'll find your ring.
I would be very grateful.
I think Sid stole it.
My Siddy is no thief, and you can't prove otherwise.
Give me that ring.
It's mine, okay? Mine.
I'll give you something much better instead. What do you want?
I love it when a man asks me that. Tell you what, if you can find me some pearls, a whole string of them, you can have that ring.
I have a beautiful string of pearls here.
So you do. Okay, give them to me and you can have the ring. Just don't tell Siddy. And don't go thinking you can pin anything on either of us. We'll deny everything.
I found it. I have your ring.
I'm so pleased that honesty still exists. I'd like you to keep the ring.
Are you serious?
Seeing it just reminds me of the break-in. I don't want it anymore.
Are you sure about giving me the ring? Isn't it precious?
Yes, of course. I don't even want to look at it. Take it with my thanks.
I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm looking for Doyle.
Doyle? I haven't seen him in a long time. Used to be a good customer of mine. Well, he bought fish from me more than once. That's good in my book. But maybe you could jog my memory, eh?
Where is Doyle?
I last heard he'd taken quarters with Costa. But since then, he hasn't been seen in the gutters. Maybe he's gone into hiding for some reason. Lots of strange goings-on around here.
Too risky. I found someone. Nico will buy your stall.
What? Is he crazy? Oh well, his craziness, my escape. Thank you for finding him. Here, I found this clam in a fish crate. Might be of use to you.
Now you're fish-free. What will you do now?
I'm going to Patty's. I'll get the gold from Nico on the way, and then I'm going to get very, very drunk.
You have to be careful. They're unpredictable.
Please, take a look around. Are you looking for anything special? A pan, cast iron, or a necklace? If you're hungry, we have potatoes. We grow them ourselves. Have a look at everything I offer.
That's a lot of different wares for a merchant.
I'm not a merchant. I'm a farmer. Was, till the ruins came. Lost my farm. You look like another refugee. Word to the wise. Stay away from Costa.
Costa? Who's Costa?
He's a swindler. After everything people have lost, he's trying to take the rest. He forces people to sell their goods for less than they're worth, then resells them. Help another refugee, will you? Have a look at my goods, not the stuff he's pushing.
Why don't you sell your goods somewhere else?
We're not allowed. They won't let us into the merchants' district. The Inquisition talks about law, keeps us here, then lets these scoundrels run things. We don't have enough gold to buy the goods the merchants offer, so the white robes chase us off. For a lot of us, the only thing left is Costa. He's the only one who'll buy.
What can you tell me about the town?
Well, there are 3 districts. The gutters here, that's the street above the harbour. Farther down by the water is the Harbour district. That stretches from the lighthouse to the warehouses and the prison at the end of the quay. The rich bastards live in the merchants' district. That's where the main gate of the town is.
Tell me about the merchant district.
If you're looking for goods and have enough gold, there's a lot of merchants around the square at the main gate. But try here first, yeah? If we refugees don't support each other, who else will?
Tell me about the harbour.
They say the gutters isn't reputable. Go down there, you get drunk sailors, a tavern and a brothel. People aren't as willing to spend gold as they used to. With the storms, the sailors are stuck here and bored. But if you're looking for pleasure, that's the place for you. You find a lot of stranded fishermen and workers at the warehouses. One of the buildings was confiscated by the Order. Don't know what they're storing there.
Anything else?
Well, the Order seized the old harbour master's office and set up a slaughterhouse there. If you have enough gold, you can buy meat. With gold and meat, you'll also find guards.
Tell me about the gutters.
The gutters are everything above the harbour. Home to the unlucky, unloved, farmers and refugees. Master Belshaw has set up a soup kitchen at the end of the road. He's a mage from the monastery, one of the Order, but at least he's looking after us. And there's Flavio, a merchant. He has his business at the end of the gutters, next to the shrine. And if you want a beer, go to Josh. He has a small tavern here.
I'm supposed to give you this healing potion from Master Belshaw.
Ah, thank you. Refugees stick together, eh?
Let me see your goods. I want to be a better thief. I want to be a better pickpocket.
Okay, okay. A skilled thief can take whatever he wants from a mark, but you've got to practice speed and sleight of hand. Move fast, but move soft. Getting your hand in a pocket isn't enough. You've only dipped it when you get your hand out with the goods and not get noticed.
Too risky. Master Belshaw told me to bring you this potion.
Thank you. Finally a chance for Martha. But healing potions alone won't be enough. I have to get my wife off the street. It's killing her. She needs somewhere to stay. Shelter.
I'll find a bed. Some shelter for your wife.
If you could do that, it'd be wonderful. Please, do your best, please.
You must have other business to attend to.
I'm sure you've got things to do.
The farmer Arno needs a clean bed for his sick wife Martha. They both live on the street.
I know. They're in a very bad situation. They really need a place to care for the worst cases. If only I knew where I could house Arno's wife. Could you search for somewhere? Perhaps Costa would help us house them.
I can ask. I've brought you some meat for the needy.
Really?
Flavio said you could use it.
That I can. There are some more refugees driven here by the creatures in the temples, by the Dom. We even have some refugees from other islands. We need help if we are to care for them all.
I have a healing potion for you, from Master Belshaw.
Thank you. I can use this. Don't want...
You were seen in one of the houses that was burgled.
Actually, I've been in more than one. That doesn't make me a thief, though.
We'll see. I found Jack's chest.
See? I gave you good blarney, didn't I?
What's the worst sort of customer you get in here?
Hey, I love them all. But the ones that just come to fight I could do without.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, crap. What do you want? I thought I'd lost you.
Then you need to work on making your secret meetings a little more secret.
Oh, crap. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Yeah. I seen you about. Nosing in everyone's business. People don't like people's noses being stuck into other people's business. People like that gets hit. By people.
Hand over the packages you took.
Sure you want to do this?
Absolutely.
Then you leave me no choice. Garth, get him! Shut his flapping mouth. Time for a little lesson.
Do your best.
Ah!
Impressive.
Ah!
Ah! Ah! That's it. Ha! Ha! Ah! Again! Ah! Ah! At him! That's it. Ah! Stop! Ah! Get in there!
Finish him!
Ah! Strike!
Ah!
Ah! Yes!
Ah!
Yes! Ah! Ah!
do any good.
Go on!
Get in there! Yeah! Oh yeah! Have that! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hit him! Yes! Hit him! Have that! Yes!
Come on! That showed a degree of talent.
There'll be trouble now. That was a good fight.
That does not feel good.
What can you teach me about combat?
Has your brain fallen out? After the crap you put me through, forget it.
Now start talking.
Look, I didn't mean to step on the Don's toes.
You stole his weed. That's pretty much stomping on them.
I wasn't going to sell it in Harbour Town.
Then where?
Just in the monastery. They all love a bit of Bruegel up there.
You should remember it's the Don's Bruegel.
They're rich up there. Loads of gold. It's all that poking around in the ruins.
Who else is involved in this Bruegel smuggling?
Just me.
And I'm supposed to believe that?
Believe what you like.
Nobody dares try that anymore with the weather the way.
Okay, I'll take it.
Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you. Careful who you show it to. The Inquisition and the Dawn's boys would love to get this. But I didn't trust them not to bash me over the head as soon as they got their paws on it.
Ulf sent me. You're supposed to rendezvous at the meeting point.
Great. So he's okay. Thanks for the message. I'll see you around.
Better start again.
Things in the wood.
There.
Someone knows what's going on, and it ain't me. You've been to Madame Sonia's this month. Here there are some real sweetmeats to taste down there. Refugees, no money, fresh fish. Well, they promised reinforcements, didn't they? You see,
A drink?
Of course.
why we all end up pulling twice the work. He's a decent soul.
I've given healing potions to everyone on your list.
Thank you, thank you. May the holy flame protect you. Perhaps you are suited to be a novice. In any case, you have my blessing. I will tell Carlos about your good work. He'll summon you when he has time. Carry out the tasks he charges you with. Convince him of your commitment, and he will take you to the monastery so you may study magic. He'll also provide you with a pass. Without his word, if you venture outside of the town walls, you'll be arrested by the warriors of the Order.
I see. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Not for the moment. Perhaps later.
All right. I'm looking for Doyle.
Who? Doyle? I've never seen him round here.
He deals in fish.
Well, he doesn't work for me. Maybe you should ask Phyllis.
What is
You were
it?
seen in a house that was burgled.
I sell fish door to door. I spend time in people's houses.
If you say so.
I need sleep.
Can you house some farmers in your warehouse?
Well, I should be able to give you enough room for one person.
About the break-in. What was stolen?
My hides. If that hadn't have happened, I would have been able to carry on my business. Oh, I should have listened to my father and gone to sea. That would have saved me a lot of trouble.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
Just the usual day labourers who wanted to push their wares off on me. Like I have any gold left.
Anyone else?
Pavel was here the whole day. After all, he works for me. And Vasily wanted to sell me beer from the tavern. And then there was Doyle. He wanted to sell fish, but I sent him away. That was all.
Master Belshaw has the meat. He's handing it out.
Wonderful. Here, take these potions. Life here is very dangerous. We all need any help we can get. One more thing. If you want to rest, there is still a bed in my warehouse.
I hear there's a fur shop for sale. Would you be interested?
Fur shop? I'm not buying another stall. I'll be happy if I never sell another thing. Know any hermits? I think I'd make a good one of those.
She's a dumb madman, I tell you.
About your father. I hear he's a pirate.
Well, if you've heard people gossiping, then I guess it must be true.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
Do I know my father is Captain Gregorius Emmanuel Steelbeard, the most infamous bastard to have sailed the seas round here in 100 years? I can tell you he was a bastard. The rest of it, I've heard through legend, like you.
Were you planning on telling me?
I asked you for help with information. I didn't agree to give you any.
Okay, I get it. Captain Romanoff is locked up in a cell on the Harbour Quay.
So it's true what they're saying. He was arrogant enough to tangle with the Order. Did he tell you anything?
Romanoff says he doesn't know where your father is.
He says he doesn't know. But then he'd still say that even if he left my father headless and castrated in a barrel somewhere.
Vasily says your father has a shack here in town.
A shack. That's my father. Could afford a palace, but lives in the gutter with the whores and the rats. Still, can you find out where it is? And do it without letting anyone else find it. Could be there's a clue there as to my father's whereabouts, if you can find it.
Vasily doesn't think your father's here on the island.
Vasily's never had anything useful to say.
I found this key on Ericsson.
Show me. I don't recognize this, but it has my father's initials on it. He marks his territory. I think he'd have carved his initials into me given the chance. This key's a start, but it's useless without a lock. I don't suppose Ericsson gave up what this key was for, did he? No, I didn't think so. Thanks for this. Let me know if you hear where this key might open.
Romanoff doesn't seem very fond of your father.
My father tried to run him through and killed Romanoff's favorite whore instead. The pair of them never exactly moved in exclusive circles. Can't say I'm too comfortable having that bastard in town. He'd happily see me dead, or worse. And if you're thinking he might give me to his men for the night, you better know he'd happily do the same with you. Well, That's just one more reason to steer clear of Harbour Town.
About your father. I found this paper in one of the shacks in the gutters.
Now this is a useful piece of paper. This is precisely what I was looking for. I can finally leave this rat hole. You deserve a reward. Here, I can spare 200 gold coins. But take them, and you ask no more questions. Deal?
Done. Just give me the gold. There'll be no more questions.
200 gold. You deserve it. You deserve more, but that's what I can pay. Good luck wherever the wind blows you. Me, I'm getting out of this place.
Know any good jokes?
Jokes? A sailor walks into the tavern. Under one arm he has a chicken and under the other he has a sausage. The innkeeper asks him...
I know that one. Your brother, Ulf, wants you to go to your meeting point.
Thanks. I'm on my way.
You think the Don will hand out gold as rewards?
From the amount I've heard he's got, he's sure to. Once he's happy the town is his, I reckon we'll all be in the money.
Happy days for all then, eh?
What is
You're
it?
the only person seen in all the houses that were broken into, which makes you a prime suspect.
Come off it. You can't prove that, mate, and you know it.
I can beat a confession out of you.
That would be a big mistake, mate.
I'll take the chance. Or we skip the beating and you tell me the truth.
And if I do, will you help me? Or will you hang me out to dry?
Just tell me.
I cased the houses for Sid.
There. Not so hard, was it? But what do I do with this information?
If Sid hears I've talked, he'll feed me to the rotworms. And if the Order finds out, they'll send me to the monastery. You've got to keep this quiet.
It's better if you disappear. For good. That way you won't be a problem for Sid. Or anyone.
No. You wouldn't. No. Don't kill me.
It would solve the problem.
Wait. If I had to disappear, then let me disappear. I'll vanish underground. I'll never come back to Harbour Town again. I swear on the Holy Flame, mate. Everyone will believe I'm dead, even my family. What do you say? I can be gone in seconds.
Do you know a way out of Harbour Town?
I'll find one. I'll jump the wall if I have to.
Right. I'll tell Sid you've vanished. But if I ever see you here again, you're a dead man.
Thank you. I swear I'm gone forever.
Good news. Your wife can stay in the warehouse at the end of the gutters. It's got to be a better place than here.
We're in your debt. It shows there are still good people here. My wife will go there right away. I'll stay and work. We don't have much, as you know. But talk to Martha. She would want me to give you something by way of thanks, my friend.
Thank you, stranger. Perhaps the darkness will spare you.
What is this darkness you're talking about?
The darkness that will eat the world. Perhaps it is better to die now. Take this. May it bring you comfort.
I found your spy. It's Doyle.
The idiot. I thought he was better than that.
Doyle has gone.
Forever, I hope. What did you do with him?
You really want to know?
Nah. You dealt with it. That's enough for me. Let's forget him and talk business.
Looks like I saved your skin.
True. I'd be on the run right now.
So, how will you repay me?
Scordo knows you helped me. That's reward enough. I can teach you a couple of tricks. If you want to learn how to sneak or open a lock with a piece of wire, I'm your man. And if you need lockpicks, I can get them for you as well.
Who's Scordo?
I'm gonna trust you with this. He's the Don's head man in Harbour Town. Your paths will cross soon enough. Don't worry.
Do you have a job for me?
Yeah. Now we're in the clear, it's time to teach the Order a lesson. They sorely need it. I mean, they steal cattle from the farms and ration our food. The world's in turmoil, and they impose their rules.
And?
And people like Dargle the Butcher just do what the Order says. So it's time to act. We need to show Dargle who can protect him and who can't.
Where do I fit in?
See Dargle and remind him that Don Esteban has a long reach.
I want to be a better thief. Show me how to pick difficult locks.
Right. The idea is the same. Push down the bolt and then try to crack the lock with the lockpick. Of course, these locks are a bit more complicated. Locks like that are expensive, but you can expect valuable stuff inside.